EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
11. 1, Omaha.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
I got this. Hey, seam 6.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 23-yard run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
I don't quit.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Come on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Trubisky to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. D4 in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. I got you.
Play action. Garoppolo. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One, Omaha. We got 4. Two. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go, D. Big series.
21.
58, boy. 58, Mike.
Hey, gun.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
21. White. 11. Bravo.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Garoppolo now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Pilot, 64, win. I got this.
Garoppolo. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Garoppolo now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the out. 58.
Hey, gun.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
11. Hey, 2.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, Haywood.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On play action, now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
218, 218, choppers. Hey, alert!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Bears. 180! You ain't going nowhere. Kill.
First down, a run with Cohen. Able to slither by. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Mike 58, right there. Hey, I'm coming.
13.
58.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. This is Cohen, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll be second and goal. They go play action. Trubisky, flush to his right, and he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Now a run with Montgomery. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Trubisky. And this is caught. Yes. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. But now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I think I have. I don't want to say I have.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Sliding out of it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.
dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I'm in it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I'm in it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.